Hello everybody, my name's Steve, I'm the British Railroader and welcome to my model railway room for a special channel update. Okay, so earlier this week my channel hit 1,000 subscribers. I was, as you might imagine, I was very pleased. I started this channel a couple of years ago not expecting or not knowing what to expect, and what I'd like to do is thank everybody who subscribed to my channel for their support in the last couple of years. I've become friends with some of you. We've had contact through Facebook. There's a couple of people that I've even met in real life, which, you know, I would never have expected to do. So thank you so much. But on reaching 1,000 subscribers, I've kind of started thinking about the channel and what the channel's all about. So when I started this, I kind of had in my head that I do a bit of modelling, I do a bit of real sort of train spotting, you know, travel logs, all of that kind of thing. And I think what I've noticed is that if I concentrate on the modelling side of things on this channel, I think people prefer that. People do seem to like the videos that I make about the various shows that I go to. And people like the updates on Brooklyn Park, and also get some good feedback on videos where I show you how I do things. So what I'm thinking is I might concentrate on this channel about the modelling side of things. So the actual building of the layout, any side projects I've got going on, plus of course the model railway shows. However, I do like going out there in the real world and making videos about trains, you know, watching trains going past. So what I was thinking is potentially making a second channel just for those kind of videos, calling it, I don't know, could be the British Railroader on tour or something. Bearing in mind that next year I'm planning on going to America. And there will be lots of opportunities for me to make videos of the prototypes. So, you know, I really would like to share those when I make them. What I'm going to do is in the community page of my channel, I am going to put a little poll, just asking a few questions about whether you think I should keep the channel as it is with everything in one place, or whether I should split it out into the two separate channels, and we'll just see what people think. But that's it for this. That's it for this part of the update. But what I want to talk to you about now is a little project that I've got in mind. So you will have noticed at the beginning of the video, I had this locomotive running around the track. Now this is an Atlas GP38-2. As you know, I'm a big fan of GP38-2s, and this is from their more basic, I think they call it, hang on, Trainman. They call it their Trainman range, where you've got a basically detailed body shell, okay, but you've got the same mechanism as you would get in an ordinary Atlas locomotive. And what I bought, when I saw this secondhand on eBay, I thought this could be the basis for another detailing project. So you may remember, must be almost a couple of years ago now, when I got my Athearn GP38-2 in the New York and Atlantic Railroad colours. I had to add all of the details onto it. And I kind of touched on what I was doing as I was going along, but I think the main thing that people got from that was the ditch light fitting video, which has had, I think, a couple of thousand views now. But what I've decided is that with this loco, I'm going to go through the various stages of how I'm going to detail it. Now, as you know, I am a great believer in the fact that as long as it's about 90% correct, I'm happy with it. And just starting with the body shell, this body shell is virtually correct for the prototype. Now, I would put up some photos of the prototype, but all the ones I can find online are copyrighted. However, I will put a link to its, I think it's Railroad Photo Archive. I can never remember quite what it is. I will put the website address below and put a link in the description that will take you to the page for this particular loco. So I've been looking at the photos, and as it stands, without any details added, I mean, forget those because they'll be added, but the body shell itself is about good 90% correct. There's some, the printing on here is relatively basic. There is some fine printing. I think you can see along the edges here, there are odds and sods on the body shell, but the actual loco has got a lot more on it. I'm going to aim to put this in the condition it was somewhere between between 2000 to 2010. The loco, as I said, it was secondhand, but it was damn near perfect. The only thing missing was the horn, but that's easy to replace. I'm going to have to fit all of the grab irons, the pipe work at the front, you know, all of the multiple unit pipe work, brake hoses, a couple of cut bars. The other thing is snow plows. It needs plows at each end, and obviously they're the same plows. So I had a search online, couldn't find anything. So I put a little shout out on Facebook, and I was contacted by Gordy Robinson. Now, Gordy happens to be the president of the NMRA. Talk about going to the top. Gordy does actually live over here in the UK, and he's contacted me, and basically he's got a couple of identical plows. They're CSX plows. They're not exactly right for this particular locomotive, but they're as near as damn it, and they're about as close as I've seen of any of the plows that I've looked up online. So thank you, Gordy, if you're watching this. He's going to be sending me those to all of you out there. If you're not a member of the NMRA and you model American railroads, I really suggest go and take a look, because even if, like me, you're quite a passive member, loads of benefits, especially from a library perspective. So go and take a look. Anyway, so this is the loco. As I said, I'm going to be adding details, and once it's all detailed, etc., I will be adding a sound chip to it. Probably Blue Army, to be fair. One of the things with this loco, as I said, is the fact that it's got a bog standard Atlas mechanism, and it runs very, very well. What I find interesting about the Trainman locos is that whilst the body shells are a little bit more basic, the chassis is a little bit more detailed. It's got it's got things like the pipe work on the brakes and some of the underbody pipe work. So it's almost as if they take their standard Masterline chassis and just plonk a basic body shell on there, but it's great, fantastic. It will need ditch lights, of course. I don't know how I'm going to tackle those. I have got some 3D printed ones, but they're not quite what's needed on this. I may have to fabricate something myself, but that will be something that I will talk to you about in the videos. So they will be coming over the next couple of months as I get the bits in to be able to detail it. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, as ever, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments whatsoever, any suggestions, hints, tips, things that you think I ought to know, please put them in the comments below, or you can email me at thebritishrailroader@gmail.com, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, then send me a message. And if you want to find me on Facebook, just look up The British Railroader. I'm there. Send me a friend request, and we'll see what we can do. But once again, thank you very much for watching. There will be no videos probably for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, because myself and Mrs. British Railroader are going on holiday, and she's taking me somewhere where there are no trains. Oh well. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. When you do subscribe and the bell comes up, click it and press all, and you will get notifications of all my videos as they come out. But that's it for this week. Thanks again to everybody for subscribing. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to everybody for all of your input. I will get that poll out on the community page. But this is Steve, the British Railroader, saying goodbye from my model railway room for the time being. Bye-bye.